Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Libra, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have your card, right? You've got the Justice card. What does this mean? This means that you are exuding your own energy. You are emitting your own frequency this week. And rather than having your finger on the pulse of what's happening for the world, you've got your finger on the pulse for what's happening for you, right? This is about you really getting into that energy of deepening your own understanding of yourself, right? This is about you committing to yourself. What a way to enter the new year, right? This is about you being deeply committed to your own path, to your own self, and more importantly to your own resources, the inner and outer resources. All right, so with that said, for those of you that are continued subbies, you know Rafi loves you. For those of you that are just passing by or new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. For your actions and options this week, you've got the Knight of Wands, right? So the first thing that I want to say to you is this week, the biggest thing that you're committed to is really experiencing and expressing your own passion, right? This is about you really tapping into your own inner fire, whatever that means to you. This is about you finding not only what makes you tick, but really what gets you in that space, not angry. It's not about anger. It's about what you feel in like that's as much as I will say. What you feel in the grit of you, what you feel in the heart of you. This is about tapping into that personal inner spark of fire and turning it towards whatever it is that you want or need to create in this world. This is about what you are ready to commit to. I absolutely love this for you because it means that this week you are charging in, right? You're not holding back. You're not deliberating too much. You're just kind of like, no, this is the choice. This is the path. This is the direction. Let's go. For your communications and conversations, you have the Justice card, or in this deck it's actually called the Standing Stone, which is all to do with universal or karmic law as opposed to just material law. I find this very interesting because a lot of the conversations that you're going to be having this week, it's like usually Libras look for ways to present all findings so that every voice has a moment to be heard, right? Which is wonderful. But what it sometimes turns into is a bit of martyrdom. This suggests to me that this week you're putting your own thoughts, your own take, your own spin on the conversation. This is about you really standing up, you really speaking up, you deciding to be more open, more honest about what you think, about what you feel, and to command that, right? This is you really doing what you need to do in order to be seen, but more importantly, to be heard. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, you've got a double hit of the Justice card here, which does suggest that something is taking either an official or a legal turn, right? So maybe for some of you, you're saying, actually, you know what? I'm going to give my boss an ultimatum. You promote me or you put me forward for the training program, or I'm going to walk, right? This is you really passionate about what your path holds for you next. And you're going after it, right? You're not holding back. For those of you that are business owners, people that work for themselves, one way that this might show up for you is maybe you're starting to do less of what other people want or need from you and more of what you love to do, right? This is about you really honoring that for yourself. And I think this week you could have some very interesting conversations about what you're committed to, i.e. dispelling certain myths, teaching people certain things. Like there's a lot of stuff coming up this week about your path, about you committing yourself to yourself very, very deeply. For those of you that are retired or no longer working, this is going to see you really asking yourself where it is that you can give to yourself and where it is that by giving to yourself, you can give back to others at the same time. I think in a way, this is a week for you to really get back to yourself. For your love and relations, you've got the King of Cups. So this is emotional intelligence coming into the relationship sphere this week. You've got it right underneath the Knight of Wands. One way that this could show up for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this is just bringing more sexuality, more sensuality to the relationship. This is you finding ways to really tap into, it's like, this is, because this card also, yes, it's in emotional intelligence, but it's also opulence, right? Especially in this deck. With that Knight of Wands, this is finding healthy, enjoyable, possibly even fruitful ways, or maybe even fruity ways, sorry, couldn't resist, to enhance the pleasure that you can get from your relationship, from your partner. And this is really nice, right? Because it means that you're able to connect to them on a deeper level, or maybe they're connecting deeper, deeper to you on a deeper level. There's something here where like the discussion in the relationship and the emotional and the intimate connection is starting to deepen, and it's just bringing you closer together and creating much more harmony in that. When it comes to your, those of you that are single, you could be meeting a water sign this week. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, very possible, but it's likely to be somebody that doesn't really speak much, somebody that is maybe a little bit more stoic than you're used to, somebody who still waters run deep with, but is, is still very passionate nonetheless. For your money and materials, you've got the King of Pentacles. So 2 kings represents, minor counsel. So this week you could be having a business meeting, very possible. There could be some sort of contract that you're looking over. Interestingly enough, I don't see you actually signing the contract this week, but I do see you having a lot of discussions and a lot of conversations about a contract, about something that you're expected to do, maybe new responsibilities, new duties, maybe new money, new resources that's coming in. King of Pentacles is great for money because it suggests that the money that comes is money that comes for a long time, like it's here to stay. So whatever boost you get to the finances from this week onward, that money, that boost to the finances, it's long, right? It's not just like a boost for here and now and then it's done. Like it lasts. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, your neck, your throat, and your voice, look after them this week, especially because you've got the Justice card here. This week, you are likely to have a very powerful throat chakra activation. What is the throat chakra about? 2 things, right? Not just one. Yes, it's about communication, but everybody thinks that the throat chakra is just about speaking, right? It's also about listening. So when we have ear infections, when we have, tinnitus, when we have, problems with the ears, that's usually throat chakra stuff, right? It's not third eye, it's not the crown. If you have problems or challenges with the ear, it's throat chakra, and it's usually because there's something that you're either not saying or you're not listening to. There's something that you're not hearing, right? Same with the voice. Whenever we have problems here, it's almost like your body's way of saying, well, if you don't say this, what's the point in having a voice, right? So think about some of the ways that this might show up for you this week. Again, as always, I'm not a doctor. I can't give you medical advice, but just take a moment to consider what I've talked about here. For those of you that, and then for all of you, when it comes to your home and environment, the King of Pentacles is lovely because it's a boost to the opulence, the finances, or the resources available to the home, right? So this could be really, really great. I mean, yeah, I'm just going to say that, this could be really, really great. It really could. All right. So with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. A happy new year to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful 2022. Take care, and I'll see you soon.